Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my tutorial. My name is MOD3ST and today we're going to be doing something very interesting. Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you a breakdown of how I made the beat to Ice Prince's latest single featuring ODUMODUBLVCK and PsychoYP called Untitled. So without wasting any further ado, let's run straight down to it. And if you have not checked out the song before, please make sure you do go check it out on Spotify. I'm gonna leave a link. That's Ice Prince. There you go, 71k views. Crazy, right? Alright, so
whack ass rappers, broke ass rappers. I finna go get my scissors. I finna cook all your niggas. Whack ass rappers, slow ass rappers, broke ass rappers. Y'all niggas ain't got no manners.
As you see me, so I swear I know they lack. I know they lack. I know they lack. All my goons from my street ain't get my back. Ain't get my back. That's a fact. See my jeans get money, know they slack. I know they slack. I know they slack. Never that. All these rappers what they talk, I know they whack. I know they whack. I know they. Make I talk. I be make I brush. All these girls the way they looking at me, gonna make a nigga wanna blush. It cannot be like us. Nobody fresh like us.
Nah.
Niggas wanna act so tough over here. I cut off their whole dreadlocks. Back in the booth for my ABJ Rastas.
alright, please make sure you go check it out. It's a very dope song. Can't lie, man. Ice modded that shit, recorded that stuff all in front of me in like 30 minutes, bro. Like, bro, that shit was phenomenal. So without wasting much time, let's get to the order of the day. So basically, I really didn't do much on this beat. I'm gonna start from the drums, so let's get to it. So basically this is what the drums sound like. Let me just mute all of this. Okay, we got that on mute. Mute this. This is what the drums sound. So basically what we just have here is like a basic breakdown. We have kick, a snare, an off snare, some hi-hats, hi-hat rolls, a perk, and an 808 and a sample. So straight up, how did I make this drum loop? Well, I used a plugin called Unison Drum Monkey. I don't know if you know this. It's about I think it's on their website. Let me see. It doesn't cost much. Yeah, Unison by Drum Monkey. So I think it's about, I don't know how much it costs, but do make sure you go check it out. It's a very dope plugin. Ever since I started using this guy, I've not stopped using it. Seriously, I've even stopped using this guy called Rack. Basically this is where I do all my drums now. It's very dope plugin, so go and check it out. So yeah, straight up, let me show you how I worked on the drums. Just gonna expand this and create a new pattern. And let's see this 1, 2. Okay, so basically you just select a genre, any genre. They got like a couple of genres here. Select genre, and if you want to do 8 bars or if you want to do 4 bars, I mostly use 4 bars. Oops, my god, Xbox part just keeps falling off, you know. All right, so select your bars. I basically always use 4 bars, and you just hit on this button here, and boom, it magically creates a drum loop for you. Very easy. So basically what we just have here is drums. I think this is still on. And they have like a bunch of samples here. You can just select in case you don't want particular kick. You can change your kick. You can pretty much do everything with this guy here, right? Basically, man. This is my go-to plugin for anything drums. And you can also drag like a sample and like, you know, replace it. Crazy. So basically I set up my drums and I did some editing on it to make it fit what I was trying to look at and what I was trying to go for. So basically, once I had the drums, I always do drums first. Some producers like to do their samples first, but I'm a drums guy, so like I basically do my drums first. So once I had that drums hitting like this, basically what I did was to add some spice to it by giving it some extra rows here. So basically what I just did is, let me just turn this off because it might be disturbing. So basically what I did was, once I got my drums sounding the way I wanted it to sound, and I had the samples right, because sometimes you might just have the right rhythm but you're not getting the right sample. Samples are also very, very important, and that's why I also like Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey gives you high quality samples, you know, so you can always trust that. So basically, once I had these drums going like this, the hi-hats were still sounding a little bit boring to me, so I just wanted to spice it up a little bit. So I decided to add some hi-hat rolls, which is what I have here. So basically I did this with this rack because it's easier for me to do, and this is actually where I came up with Learning Up FL Studio. This is what we use, so yeah, why not explore. So basically just had some rows, spicing it up, you know, changing the pitch and, you know, manipulating the velocity also. So once I had that going, the next thing I actually went to do was to look for a sample, and I got the sample from QR Music. Is a sample guy. You guys can also check him out. He does dope samples. You can purchase his stuff. I think QR Music or so. I'm going to leave his link in the description. I don't know, I can't really find it right now, but I'm going to leave the link in the description so you check it out. It does dope samples too. So I got the sample. So with the drums, this is what it sounds like. straight up. So that's how we got that bounce. So the next thing here, which is what everybody has been asking me about, how did you get those 808s reversed? Like, that is actually my favorite part of this beat, the 808s. So once I had this going, the next thing for me to do was to get my bass, which is 808s in this case. So first of all, let me play what the 808 sounds like, so you hear what it sounds like, and then I'm gonna run you through how I made it happen. Damn, that shit was hard, bro. Okay, so let's dive into it. So basically what you want to know when working with 808s is, like I said, you always have to have good samples. Like, you have to get good samples. So I got the sample from Cypher. Yeah, this is from Cypher Park. You can check it out too. It has really dope samples. That's how the 808 sounds like. So basically I'm not even doing anything much on, like, you know, the mixing aspect of it. What I'm just doing on this 808 right now is like just an R bass. Just an R bass and a brick wall limiter. That's the only two things that I have on it right now. So basically, once the key is having a good sample, once you have a good sample, you definitely don't really need to do too much. Trust me. Once you have dope samples, you don't have to do too much. So make sure you are doing like good selections, and you know, you have good packs, high quality packs. So basically, these are not even doing anything. Like, I just literally just threw this R bass on. I think this is where most of the work is. So I'm just like limiting here to it, so it doesn't like pass a threshold, like doesn't clip. As you can see, the 808s are not clipping, and then taking the input down just to like gauge the level of compression and the level of gain reduction that we have in there. So basically this is what we have on it. Sounds dope. So let's dive into the playlist. This is basically boom, boom, boom. So this 808 actually comes in two parts, because I like to have my 808s in two parts. You know, one with a roll and the other without the roll. So like you have here, I'm working with two 808s. So this is how the plain one sounds without the reverse 808s too. Basically, this was the skeletal part of this 808. This is how I actually started making this 808, and then I like to like have layers and layers and layers. That's how I make my 808s. So once I made this basic skeleton part, the next thing for me to do was to change and like spice it up a bit with, you know, some rolls. So that's why I duplicated that same 808. As you can see, it's the same copy of what we have here. That's what we also have here, and spicing it up a bit with some just minor rules. I'm not really doing too much. Like, basically for me, simplicity is everything. So like you just have to know what you're doing and know when to do it, you know. So basically just highlight a little bit of rose, give it a little bit of bounce, boom, boom. So this is also in combination with the skeletal part of it. Crazy. So once I had that, it was still not sounding okay to me. It was good, it sounds good like this. Some producers will want to like, okay, let's just go off at this point, but I still wanted to have something, you know, that will draw people's attention to like what is going on here. So I just decided to do a reverse 808. And basically what that was just doing is having a glide into the main 808 that we have already structured out. Now this has actually become a very popular thing for producers to do now, like a reverse 808. Every hip-hop producer right now is reversing the 808s. So how did I make this a reverse 808 quickly? So basically, like I said, having a good sample is also very important in anything you're doing. Normally I would want to use the same 808 I was using before, but in this case I did not do that, probably because maybe when I made that happen I didn't really like how it was sounding. Then again, decisions, this is how it, you know, comes into play. So I probably checked out for another 808 that was suitable for it. And so basically what you want to do when you're reversing your 808s, you have to first of all work on this envelope and make sure you have like a square thing here. Normally this is going to be like, let me reset this, reset. You know, normally this is what this would be like once you open it. So what you have to do first of all is to make sure that, you know, your attack on it is really fast, so that once you're like hitting it and you're like using this release, as now is, you know, the attack and release is very slow. So what you need to just do is draw this guy down, take this guy up, take the rest down, take the rest down, and you have this. So I basically do this with all my 808s. If you check this, you also have, okay, we don't have it here though, so what do you know? But I think this 808 is actually very short. So I think that's why I actually didn't use it for the reverse 808, because it's actually a very short 808, as you can see. It doesn't have like long release on it, it's just very short. So that's what we call the spins type of 808s, which is what I'm using here. So this actually has a lot of release to it, so I guess that was why I went with this 808. So going with that, you need to actually work with this envelope to make sure that your release and attack is, you know, spot on, as you can see. Crazy. So once you have that done, what you need to do is, you know, hit your reverse. Normally this would be like this would be like this, reset it. So this is the 808 actually is like, no. So what I do is I come here, I hit the reverse to reverse it, and then you hit on the normalize. This normalize will also make it not clip. That's what the normalize does. So what you need to do is take your trim all the way up and adjust your in and out knob until you have an oval shape, something like this. So once you have an oval shape, it automatically reverses with some adjustments. You feel me? So basically that's what I just did here. Combine that with the sample that we have. This is what we got.
As you see me, so I swear I know they lack. I know they lack. I know they lack. All my goons from my street ain't get my back. Ain't get my back. That's a fact. See my jeans get money, you know they slack. I know they slack. I know they slack. All these rappers wanna talk, I know they whack.
Bro, this shit is fun. Like, so once I had that going, all I just needed to do was like add some candy to it because it was already sounding sweet. And in order to do that, what I just needed to do was just, you know, break down the beats in some places, you know, add some pauses here and there, and then I added some vocal effects, which is what we have here, these vocal effects. Yeah. So all this is just like that jungle vibe.
I know they lack. All my goons from my street ain't get my back. Ain't get my back. That's a fact.
So all that was just giving it some serious juice. Yeah. So basically that's all I made on this beat. And I think this probably didn't take me that much or that long to do. And you know, rearrangements, one thing you need to understand about beat making is, you know, your arrangements is very key. Your samples you pick is very key. So basically that's what I just did on this beat. I didn't even really have to do much to give it that vibe, and already it's sounding like When I heard it, was like, what the fuck was I smoking when I made this beat? I don't even know what I was smoking, bro. Dope beat, dope song. ODUMODU killed it. PsychoYP killed it. Ice Prince the man, more that is. It's crazy. Go and check it out. It's on Spotify. Make sure you stream it. I beg. Make I see some money collect. So with that, I'm rounding up this tutorial. Thank you for staying up to this point. If you had stayed up to this point, you're the guy. I love you. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button and follow me, because I'm going to be doing this from time to time, and I also make dope music. So check me out. Thank you. I pump Kalashid. Mago no they near me. I'm not a Dundee. My money na means Kawai. Zamani na hits. Dole. ABJ boy in the beats. Sote.